Welcome to the Wormhole, where keeping it real is expected. There are a couple million podcasts you could be tuned into, but you chose to take this journey with us, and for that, we thank you. Without further ado, the Wormhole with Tim and Troy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we back.
Yeah, we back, man. Shit, But I've been doing a lot of thinking. And it's a lot of shit in my life based around money. Like pretty much a lot of people say they have problems, and if it ain't health related, it's pretty much money. And even if it is health related, money probably could save or solve a lot of the issues. So I want to present something to you. If you could be guaranteed one thing in life besides money, what would it be? Guaranteed one thing besides money.
Probably guaranteed one thing besides money. Good health.
Good health.
Good health. Besides money, good health, man.
That's an obvious choice. That is an obvious choice.
Good health, other than, a lot of people want to live a long time and all that, but I equate a lot of that with good health, Because, I do believe sometimes you get a little tired of being around, but like, fuck it. Nigga, hell, I'm 167 years old, man,
Yeah.
I can see how some people could think like that, but, man, I would say that besides money, because I agree with you. Money solve a whole lot of shit.
Oh, pretty much everything.
Yeah, you're right. Pretty much everything except bad health.
But if you got bad health, chances are you're gonna have high doctor bills. And if you have money, at least you would be comfortable in your state that you're in.
But what state is that?
Better than the state of the nigga who ain't got shit, who make $30,000 a year. Better than that.
You know what though? I would rather be that nigga making $30,000 a year versus having umpteen millions of dollars, even billions of dollars. But shit, I can't move nothing but my eyeballs.
Now that would make you feel so less of a man. You got all this money, and you can't do shit with it.
Yeah, you gotta think about that. Because that nigga that make $30,000. Like say, really, you cut that in half. He living off 15, but he moving and grooving. He moving and grooving though. He out here in the world. He doing his thing. Like say, shit. You really can't say that versus somebody with all the money in the fucking world and they can't do nothing. But
wait a minute, Tim. I think you misunderstood me. You said, I think you're making it seem as though I'm saying a guy with $30,000 is moving and grooving. No, I'm saying at least if you had money and you was in a position like that nigga with 30 grand gonna be in a very shitty position. That nigga with the money, at least in his position, he'll be able to sustain whatever decency of life he can sustain.
But is he healthy?
But let's say both of them now. Let's say they both got the same terminal illness.
Oh, well, if they both got that, they doomed to the same fate.
But money will make you you'll feel just a little bit more dignified going out. And you might last longer.
Yeah, that's really, thinking about who's gonna last longer, that all depends on the person. Like, but shit, yes it do. Because I don't give a damn what kind of medicine you give somebody. Like, nigga, when it's time, it's time. It ain't nothing they can do to keep reviving your black ass.
You got the right scans. You got the money for the right scans. We're not talking about the scans at the local hospitals that we know about. We're talking about scans at hospitals where they scan your body throughout.
But dude, they can give you all that shit, but your body still got to take to it.
That's true. Our body gonna last as long as the body lasts. A body's like a plant. It's like a plant. It's gonna die. Yeah. I get it.
You can't do it.
But money will make you come out of any pothole, any ditch. If you fucking mudding in your goddamn car and your fucking Jeep, if you got the right amount of money, chances are you might not get stuck because you got the right amount of money. You're not going to get stuck mudding because you got the right axles. You got the right lift kit on your shit.
But being that you have that and all that, everybody know their place. If I make $30,000 and we mudding, I can't go in that motherfucking 30-foot hole like you can. You know what I'm saying? But shit, you say fuck it, you can get through a 30-foot hole quick. Like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna run this bitch through a 50-foot hole. But you know what though? By you having that money, you would take them chances. I don't have that kind of money. If I break this bitch, I'm through mud. I'm through.
Yep.
So the chances you take, money does dictate the chances you take.
But I understand you going that route, but that 30-foot hole is a 30-foot hole to both of those people, the rich guy or the poor guy.
It is. But the rich guy got the means to have this vehicle support that. The broke guy don't. He don't have it, so he's not going to take that chance.
That's why I say, like, sometimes both guys can get prostate cancer. Both guys can. But
But mud in a hole and something wrong with your body that you can't put them two together, dog.
Well, I'm just making the analogy of the hole itself is the terminal illness. If the terminal illness was a hole, the rich guy would have a better opportunity to make it through or out of that hole possibly.
Well, I'll say this. When speaking on somebody like that with a terminal illness, the person with the money has the means to get the so-say experimental drug, but they tell you it could or it couldn't work.
But they got to hope, they got to change.
But they have, okay, I see what you're saying. They have
$30,000 guy just got to live, and his family got to come see him and bring him whatever kind of food because he can't eat ribs no more. He can't eat the fried chicken they cook in the fish. They got to bring him some different shit, some special shit.
Yeah. So I mean, I dig it. Yeah, man. Money does make a hell of a lot of difference, man. It does.
So you got to start using Mrs. Dash and shit.
Boy, you crazy. Shit. Yeah, it do. I get that. It do make a difference in that, man. But
money solves 98% of the things in life.
Yeah.
The other percent is death and health. You can't do nothing about that. But health can be skewed by money. It can be evaded a little bit.
Yeah.
But now, what I would want, if I can get anything in this life, guaranteed to me, other than bread, my one true only thing I would want is to die before my children.
Okay.
That is one thing over anything. I don't give a shit about being sick, being broke, because you never really master being broke, but you get used to the surprises of it. Broke don't surprise you no more.
No, it don't. And that's why I'm glad I'm not rich by any means, but I know what it have less. I know what it feel like to have less than what I have now. So yeah, if something was to happen, I had to go back to certain times. I know how to maneuver.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I grew up like that versus somebody that grew up with it all the time. That's why motherfuckers jump out of windows and shit and commit suicide. And, people with money anyway, because they just can't see like, I got to live off that. I ain't never, that shit is a fucking, maybe because I've been broke before, or living by their standards, I'm broke down. So I would know how to take it. But you got cats who ain't never seen, like half the shit we do that we call fun that don't cost us about $40, $50 to do on the weekend. Them motherfuckers ain't come, but let's say like $50. That ain't shit. They trying to spend $50,000 on a Saturday night. Like shit. But being broke, you get that money. Let's all be honest with ourselves. Oh, we gonna fuck off a chunk.
You have to a little bit.
We gonna see what it feel like to spend 50 racks on one night. We gonna see what it feel like. Hopefully we grow from that and be like, okay, I know what it feel like. It's really the same shit every fucking weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing spectacular really ever happens. I mean, because if you go through a year of blowing cash, by that second year, you probably tired of that shit. Like, because nothing surprises you anymore.
I'm not El Cheapo, but I don't think I have the urge to see what it feels like to just blow 50,000. Now, I don't know what the word blow entails. I don't know what that means. Now, if blowing 50,000, yeah, please define blow for me.
When I say blow, I mean everything you spend that money on, nothing comes from it. Like it was straight just bullshit. Like nothing comes from it. You didn't nothing. Like you wake up the next morning, nothing to show.
You try hard to spend that $50,000.
You spent that. Like now that's when I say blowing, I mean you done bought all the liquor, you done bought the bitches, you done bought the venue, you done did all this shit, you done kicked it, you done did it all. But come Sunday morning, like you remember Bruce's Millions, right? They said you gotta spend this shit, right? Yeah. So we'll say you playing Bruce's Millions with $50,000 on Saturday night. A nigga that ain't never had no money, if he tried hard, at the end of that night, he gonna fuck around and still have some money because it's really hard to spend it unless you let motherfucker take advantage of you. Usually if it costs $2,000, they gonna go ahead and hit you for the $5 because you green with it. You spending the $2, you know what I'm saying?
The rules will have to be no car, no house,
no car, no house, no
donations.
No donations,
no motor vehicles. Yeah.
No motor vehicles. Because I mean, even because of Bruce's Millions, he had to spend $1 million in a month, right?
No, I thought it was like 35 million or something stupid.
Well, something like that. It wasn't $1 million. It might have been more than $1 million, but it really showed you. And for those who ain't never seen it, please check it out. You see how hard it is to really spend money when they give you stipulations of you can't give it away, can't donate it. That money, you got to be at zero on that. You can't. You telling me I got to, Troy, 50,000 on the Saturday night. If you in Vegas, you can do that.
I mean, gambling is different.
Yeah, but yeah, but you know that was stipulations too. He couldn't gamble.
I would say no gambling. You can't gamble on my
he couldn't gamble because that's what he thought. That's what he was gonna try to do. He's like, well, shit, I just go put this all on black.
No, you can't gamble.
But they were like, no. Everything you have to do with like regular shit. No gambling, no nothing. Like, cause man, he had the bitches. He throwing the parties every night and like shit. He was giving these motherfuckers money and shit, but at the same time, but I think he was stipulations on like giving people money. They had to be working for you. And oh man, it was so much. It was like really trying to show you how to deal with money. And the guy told him they left him the money. He said, man, I'm gonna have you so sick of money. Because if he'd have spent that money by the end of the month, he had like millions of dollars coming. Millions of dollars. But he had to spend that. If he didn't spend that, he just fucked. But he had to, but man, he said, I'm gonna have you so sick of money the way you don't even want to spend it no more.
That's Richard Pryor too, ain't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I seen that movie, but I don't really recall it. I have to go back and check that one out.
You have to spend that shit, man. And just watching it, you be like, it is so hard to spend money. It's hard. The right way. It's hard.
I mean, what's the right way though? Like
what we just talked about. No gambling, no donations. You can't just give it to people. That's a donation, so they wiped that out. And it was no gambling, and it was something else he couldn't do. Like will we really spend the money fast? No, he had to do things like regular day-to-day shit. So, you know, when you watch the movie, you see he had a little league team and he built them a stadium and all that shit, but the money wasn't going fast enough. And then he barely made it. Because he had to have receipts for everything he did. So really the prostitutes wasn't really no prostitutes. He had to get them on payroll. Yeah. The contingencies was a mother. And I was like, I could spend that money in a month. But the shit, what they said, what you cannot do, you can't do. You gotta spend it this way.
I mean, so would buying something for somebody be considered a donation?
Yes.
You have to be buying it for yourself. You have to be buying it for yourself.
Really, you had to employ the people. So if I'm buying you a car, I have to show that I've employed. That's why I said they had to be like employees. When he had on the strippers, because you can blow through cash if you fucking with strippers and motherfucking prostitutes and all that shit. You can burn some money quick because you get a high-end escort. You know, these motherfuckers nowadays, shit, they probably going for like 10 racks a weekend. You know what I'm saying? A real high-end. She hit you for 10 for the weekend for the girlfriend experience. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you just want to get a quick fuck, you know, it ain't gonna cost you that much. But if you want the girlfriend experience, oh yeah, man, that shit gonna run you, dog. That's 48 hours of just you and them like that shit, bro. It ain't.
Yeah.
You know, but you paying for all this shit, the shopping, but shit. If you gonna spend money like that, then you gotta employ this bitch. But
so wait, the 10 grand don't cover the shopping?
Man, no, man. That 10 grand is for their time.
So wait, time out. You gotta give them 10 grand just for being there with you for the weekend. And you gotta take them shopping.
That's the way it works, Troy.
Man,
it's called a girlfriend. That's the way it works.
Out of here.
Because they have stipulations on this shit. Like you can't pick them up and be, you know, I got you for 10,000 this weekend and we eating goddamn McDoubles. No, you can't do that.
If I give you $10,000
to
hang out with me for the weekend,
but
you should be fucking elated to go to any establishment I take you to. I don't give a fuck if we eating 4 for 4, 4 for 4, or whichever fucking restaurant it is, because they all got a 4 for something. Man, you better be fucking elated.
Man, they got stipulations, dog. But I mean, if you the kind of nigga that's gonna give a bride, you don't give a bitch $10,000 and hang out you for 2 days, niggas. Of course she can get more. Sky's the fucking limit. Like, no, you can't, man. If you're willing to spend 48 hours with any fucking woman, and then that's her price, and then she got stipulations on, okay, you know, we not eating that. I don't like to eat that. This is whatever the fuck she want to do. So really, you're looking at by 20, because she gonna take you down through it. But if you got that kind of money to give up, because if you had that kind of money, you just get the bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look here, man. I ain't got 10 grand, but shit, I don't need you all night. You know, what did you say from about 2 to 7? That's a good 5 hours.
I mean, I guess looking at it from a nigga's perspective that has $10,000 to give a bitch, period, to be there for the weekend. I don't care if it's 1 or 4 bitches. I don't care how many it is. I guess I'm looking at it from a nigga's like from a nigga's perspective like mine. 10 grand to hang out with.
Look at it like that.
Anybody in this world is too much money for me.
That's way too much. But you can't look at it like that. I mean, because, you know, we don't live that kind of lifestyle. But that is way too much money. Even if I had money like that, $10,000 for you to hang out with me for 2 days. Why do I want your company like that? Who are you?
Boy, man, get the fuck.
I don't want your company like that. Like, because, I mean, most of these motherfucking escorts that charging that kind of money, if you dig deep enough on the internet, You can see her naked and fucking anyway. So you go ahead and go get you a goddamn plate from the goddamn stove.
Man, listen.
And go and beat your dick and call it a day.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I mean, I'm gonna just get real millennial on you. GTF. Get the fuck.
Shit. Get the fuck. What do you mean?
Not finna pay for no ass because I'm wasting my own money because I don't know how they charge you. Do they charge you by the hour? Or they charge you by the ejaculation? Because they charge you by the ejaculation. If the night is over, once you ejaculate, I have wasted $10,000. We would not make it through the weekend.
Now that part I do not know. They might differ from one bitch to the next. I don't know, but I know they have a flat rate, 10 racks. Now, I agree with you on that. Now, if I'm spending 10 racks, that means I done saved about 2 weeks worth of nut, and I can't get enough.
It don't matter if I saved up 2 weeks or not, but I'm just trying to tell you, if they go by the ejaculation, I'm wasting my goddamn money because I'm gonna have to have some stipulations. You can't count in my contract.
I mean, I'm gonna have stipulations. If I spend 10,000, your ass is mine. I mean, I'm gonna do everything to you. You know, I'm gonna keep it respectful. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
no, $10,000, like shit, bitch. That's some motherfuckers' year.
The first rule number one is gonna be first one don't count. That's the rule. Rule number one is first one is null and void.
That's on the house.
That's on the house.
That's on the house. Okay. But no, man, if I'm gonna spend that kind of money, man, you can't put me on no motherfucking timers and how many. No.
10 grand for the weekend. I'm gonna have to go take me a shit and everything in the morning. I'm gonna have to get real relaxed.
Hey,
$10,000.
$10,000, because man, but I mean, if you got bread like that, when you hit the button and say accept, and you put your information in there and hit okay, I mean, shit, it didn't bother you. That with money like that 10 grand is like $10.
I got you.
But I mean, like I said, me and you, we can't see that. I can't see that. Not over a weekend, and then it probably wasn't even shit. Oh my God.
Oh, dead fish.
Dead fish. So she's sitting up there balled up like I'm taking something from her. Get the fuck out of here.
Because you're thinking about her rent.
Yeah, well, shit, what you mean? It's covered. It ought to be.
Think about her rent. I'm probably thinking about the last nigga that took her and didn't pay her.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Now, I ain't never seen no bitch that get paid $10,000 don't no repercussions come how you not paying them. Now, nigga, you gonna hear something about that. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. You gonna hear something about that. You fuck a bitch for 10 that you owe her 10 grand. Because trust me, a lot of people are independently doing their shit, but they got a phone number they can call to get that money.
Yeah,
it's either gonna be your money or your life.
Yeah.
So you really can't fuck around because you're really dealing in the underworld. Law don't really, you know what I'm saying, don't really go. They got their own. They police themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bitch might be independent like a motherfucker. I make my own appointments. I call my own shots. Let you not fucking pay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then see what happens. She got some motherfuckers behind her that'll do it.
Man, they give a nigga $500, he'll knock your shit off. But a grand to get you acid bath.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. You let a motherfucking bitch call the right nigga, a nigga that she fuck with is down for the shit, and be like, look, this nigga owe me $10,000. I'll give you $1,500. You go get that money from me. People like, shit, where he at?
Where he at right now?
I'm on my way. Right now, I do it right. Man, there's some grind motherfuckers. They do that shit. Do whatever they gotta do to get that motherfucking money. And they ain't gonna, even if you pay up, probably gonna still knock you off because you should have did it in the beginning.
Yeah. And you see my face, probably.
Yep. So can't even deal like that.
Now, I've always said in the movies, now I've never murdered a person in my life. I do feel like I have what it takes in me to do so, though. I do feel like buddy. Absolutely. Now, a senseless murder? No. Now, if somebody came in his house, I think I would feel like the predator.
That's different. But
that's what I'm saying. I think people freeze up at that moment. I would not freeze up at that moment. I would take that opportunity to see what the fuck I got, but I'm letting loose. I'm gonna make sure I get so many headshots. When I go to the range, Tim, man, I'll be missing like that.
Nigga,
and I ain't no gun shooting ass nigga.
It's a difference between aiming at a plastic or a paper target than when you know you got a motherfucker in your crosshairs.
I'm gonna shoot that nigga.
I bet your hands gonna be faking. You gonna throw up after you shoot that motherfucker.
I'm gonna shoot that nigga.
You don't know that shit.
I might. I don't know, but I'm gonna shoot that nigga.
Throw up. Man, you gonna throw the fuck up, man.
We're not giving him a chance to fucking rumble through this house, and then we gotta.
No. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Nigga.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I understand.
Gotta go, man.
You
On white boy,
up.
whatever.
Yeah, you gonna be fucked up, man. Like shit, that shit ain't
I
easy, man.
I don't think I would be fucked up if I was protecting my family. Now, if I was out there in them streets and I was doing some dumb shit and I shot a nigga behind something stupid or that probably would fuck me up. But if a nigga brought his ass in his house,
because you don't know what he got on his mind. So I dig that. But I'm saying the repercussions of it is you're going to feel, even though a sense of pride for protecting your family, but when you get by yourself, nigga, you're gonna be like, I killed somebody. Oh my God.
I think some shit like that'll make me turn to a fucking animal and I start lifting weights so hard because I'd be like, yeah, nigga, I knocked this dumbass nigga off who was in here like that. That would solidify me right there. Let me know what the real deal is.
I mean, yeah, it'll solidify you know what the real deal is, but okay, it's gonna change you.
Yeah, I would love that change too. I'm ready. I'm ready to embrace it.
I don't know. I mean, because that shit might change you to the point where you so paranoid, like shit, you make it uncomfortable for the family.
I don't know about paranoia, but I want that confidence though.
Ain't nothing wrong with having confidence, but you don't want to have confidence and paranoia. That's a bad blend.
No.
That's a bad blend. Don't be paranoid and confident, you know, because shit, if you confident in knowing that, you know, everything's all good. But if it does come, I'm ready. Paranoia is you always thinking somebody is there.
But see, you brought the P word in this. You brought the paranoia. Ain't nobody said nothing about.
I'm not. Nobody likes to be paranoid.
I'm not paranoid. I just think that I don't want this to happen. But if it did, I would be so ready to annihilate the person that broke into this home. Be ready for it. I wouldn't second guess it.
I wouldn't either. I mean, because at one point, you got your family in there and all that shit, man, and but shit, I know you gotta do what you gotta do because you don't know what the motherfucker got on his mind. But it's gonna come one point in time when you either driving somewhere and you by yourself, nigga, it's gonna get to you because you really, even though you did it for the right reasons, but you're gonna be like, nigga, I actually did something that I don't. Nobody ever thinks that one day I gotta kill somebody. Nobody ever thinks that unless you go, to the military and you're in the infantry and all that shit. Be like, okay, one day I'm gonna have to do it, But just being a person in society, you don't want nobody breaking in your house. I don't want nobody breaking in mine either. I don't want to hear no rambling in the living room and I'm in the back room sleep because I'm gonna tell you something. It's as I grab my shit and get my shit and I'm ready. Like, man, you're gonna have to be like, nigga, this is it. Like, one or two things gonna happen. Like, nigga, it's wartime. And don't nobody know what war is unless you've been in it. And I ain't been in war. I don't know what war is. When the bullets flying, I know verbal war. I'm ready for that. Verbal war, but shit, the first time I had verbal war, I couldn't handle it. Let the bitch talk me all the way up on the table. Couldn't even handle it. Couldn't handle it. Shit, tucked tail and ran like a motherfucker.
Tucked tail and got in the corner.
And got the fuck away from there. Shit, shaking and shit in hell. That's just shit. God damn it, hell. I had to wake up one day and be like, God damn it, defend yourself.
And defend yourself sitting in a puddle of piss.
Yeah,
with your tail between your legs.
Man, man, I'm talking about, it was embarrassing. If anybody would have seen me like that, I'd have never heard the end of it.
Oh.
Motherfucking talking me all the way down, but shit, I had to go through it if I didn't know how to handle it. Yeah. Then after that, shit, I'm like, okay, I seen this episode. I act accordingly. No.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what'll make it easier. If the intruder had on a mask, that would make it easier.
Why?
Because it's just faceless. That would make it so much easier for me.
It don't make it easy. I mean, because I ain't worried about your face and how you look. I'm worried about your mind and your body. Like, your brain told your legs to walk in here.
Yeah.
Like, don't walk in there. Like, you don't, that's, I ain't worried about your face. You can look like whoever the fuck you want to look like, but you came in here.
So let me ask you this. Would you be the type of person that's going to say, hello, what are you doing? Or would you say some bullshit? Or would you come around the corner and go on and get with it? Because I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. You strike me as the kind of guy that's going to have the gun pointed, but you're going to want to know something.
Nah, I don't want to. I mean, I told you a couple episodes ago, I don't want nobody talking to me.
So you come around. You come around dumping. You come around dumping.
You in here.
I'm dumping. I'm just letting you know I'm dumping.
I'm dumping. I got to. I can't warn you. I can't do anything. The only thing I have above anybody that come in here that's a stranger, and even if somebody I know, they would never do that. But if you're a stranger, I know this house better than you do.
Yeah.
So I know where you at, and I can hear when I hear certain things fall. I live alone, so shit. Certain noises, I know exactly where the fuck it could come from. I know what it is.
I'll say this: even with these trained professionals that we have out here toting these guns, I know for a fact, and I'm just gonna throw a hypothetical scenario out there. Say you live in the hood and somebody get in your house some kind of way that's on that shit, and you know they're not a threat. I would know fast enough whether somebody broke my house. I don't know how they would get in here, but if that person's body didn't resemble a threat, I would know that. So I think that's why I'm saying it to say I know for a fact that them police be knowing who be threats and who don't. But I ain't gonna deviate. I'm not gonna deviate. What I'm gonna say is if somebody was in here and I can tell that they were in here by some type of, maybe they were a young kid, I would be able to know a young kid's demeanor as opposed to a person's demeanor that was a threat. If it was a young kid and I came around the corner and I was drawn down on it and that person begged for life and I can hear the tone in their voice, I wouldn't shoot them. I'm not a murderer. But if a person broke in my house and was violent or was about to be violent, oh, they gotta go. Like we wouldn't even have no conversation.
How can you distinguish the fucking difference? I don't give a damn what they are. You came in here in the middle of the fucking night.
That's why I disagree with you right there.
You cannot. Oh man, nigga, please.
You can distinguish.
I'm not. Let me tell you something. If you gonna come in my house in the middle of the night, man, woman, or fucking child, if I see it's the child, man, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you in the foot. I gotta teach you something. I gotta teach you something because you know what?
That's that shit, Tam.
No, it's not either, Troy, because you know what? The minute you fuck around, this might be a ruthless ass kid. You fuck around and drop the gun and be like, man, what you doing in here? And you be like, man, well, shit. You go to turn on lights, you turn your back, bam.
I'm not saying do all that. I'm not saying do all that.
Nigga, you not. I got to teach you a lesson. You came in here while I'm in here sleep, minding my fucking business. If it's a woman, a man, or a child, if it's a child, and I say, I'm like, that's a fucking kid. I'm not aiming at your head. Shit, I'm gonna go ahead, dog. That ankle is mine.
Damn, you would not be a good cop. You wouldn't be a good cop.
Well, that's Reen, I'm not.
Yeah.
That's Reen, I'm not. Because I don't like to be, and me being a cop and somebody coming in my shit, man, you got motherfuckers like, there's gonna be some people out there that'll hear this be like, motherfucker, come my shit, I'm shooting their ass.
Oh yeah? Nah, like I said, I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, they shooting their ass, whether it's a man, woman, or a child, because nigga, think about it, Troy. It might be a kid. And you be like, man, it might be a team out there. They like, okay, he fucking around and go in there and get caught. Well, shit, when he try to walk him out, we're going to bum rush his ass. Come on, man. You got to think above the boards, man. These motherfuckers ain't just doing regular shit nowadays.
So what the fuck shoot him in his foot gonna do, Tim?
That nigga ain't bullshitting. He shot that kid. He'll shoot me too. He ain't bullshitting. That's what it teach you. He ain't bullshitting. So y'all run in there if you want to, because that nigga shooting back.
Center mask mean you ain't bullshitting. That's when you ain't bullshitting.
I don't give a damn if you got a mask on or not. Your body is here.
I said center mass is when you ain't bullshit. That foot bullshit. Hey, that's
if it's
bullshit.
A kid, I ain't gonna shoot no kid in the chest. I ain't gonna do that. That his foot and his ankle, cause like I say, you hear them pops and him hollering, they don't know where I hit him at. They ain't in here with him. You don't know where I hit him at. You heard some pops and hear them hollering. They don't know what done happened. They be like, fuck it, man, let's go. Yeah.
A submissive kid will lay down. You call the police.
Every kid is not like that.
I understand, but when they fucking get scared, you will know the difference. All I'm saying is you will instantly know the difference of a person that you need to shoot or a person that's going to be like, please don't kill me. Just please don't kill me. That person will lay down and just wait. Okay, Troy, but the scenario I just gave you, you think motherfuckers don't do that don't do that to youngsters? They'll send them motherfuckers in there first. Send him in there first. And then the way you talking, you going to walk him out. Get on out of here. Even if you don't walk him out. I'm calling the police, but he going to lay down until they get there. I don't like that gunpoint.
I mean, shit, you can do all that. But, man, them niggas out there ain't trusting that shit, man. They need to know what it is. Because the minute they out there knowing, like, man, it's just like when motherfuckers be setting niggas up with women. They send the women in there. You don't even know niggas outside.
You're right.
You don't even know. And then the bitch might do something. They were like, shit, all we need you to do is just get that nigga to open the door. Mm-hmm. So while he putting you out, telling you to get the fuck out, and you go to close that son of a bitch, they bum rush your ass. Come on, man.
That's why I don't fuck around.
Ain't except the fact of fucking around. That's why you don't let that kid go.
I guess.
You don't do no shit like that, man. Man, these motherfuckers out here some set up kings.
So let me ask you, if you shoot him in his foot, though, won't everybody come in anyway? Yes, they will, Tim.
They don't know where I shot him at. They heard pops and they heard him holler.
So they don't have guns?
They can have guns, but them running up in there like that, because them pops is like, man, these people heard that shit.
Yeah.
People heard them pops. And if you hearing pops in certain neighborhoods, nigga, you know it ain't 4th of July.
You know it ain't 4th of July. Some different shit going on.
It's different shit going on. And I'm not going outside. I'm not sticking my head out the door.
Yeah.
And then, Lord have mercy, you see a car drive off. Come on, man. Can't do that. Like, no, man, you don't. It's like you said earlier, it's discussing the way things are, but shit, you got to do that. Like I say, I ain't saying don't kill the boy, but shit, he'll never play football again. He can walk. He can walk and be a productive person in society. He might not even have a limp, but he just can't move like he want to. So him stealing and taking off running ain't an option.
But I mean, I feel you. I don't think I would shoot him knowing that he's going back home crying to his mom. I don't think I would still shoot him in his foot.
And you'll continuously get robbed.
Now, you just told me not to shoot nobody coming in my shit so fast. Now you're telling me that I should shoot him.
I told you to.
Initially, I was ready to just shoot a contact.
We was talking about you doing it and not feeling anything. You're going to feel it. Like it's something you're going to get around by yourself. And then someone gonna come over you like, even though they was wrong, but nigga, you done did something that a lot of people can't say they did.
Yeah.
That's different. Going hunting and shooting a deer is something else. But I know some people who done went hunting and shot deer, like, I ain't doing that no more. It don't feel right.
I've heard stories about that type of shit.
Yeah. They like, I killed something that was living.
Yeah.
It ain't like stepping on a roach.
Yeah.
Swatting a fly. It ain't like that. You really took a motherfucker out. So you got to think about it like that. You know, it's still a human life at the end of the day, even though they was fucking up, but you ended that. You was judge, jury, and fucking executioner in 2 seconds. In 2 seconds. And that's a lot to put on anybody and say they just didn't feel nothing unless you used to doing it.
Yeah.
Now, if that's your forte, then shit, it don't matter. That shit, you can kill a motherfucker and go get you a foot-long corner from Sonic and shit, be straight. And you gonna get that before happy hour. And get that slusher half off.
That slusher half off.
You know what I'm saying?
Half fucking off.
Half fucking off. And gonna go home and kick back and be like, fuck it. It is what it is. I'm used to that shit. That's just like shit. Anything else you do daily. They're like putting gas in the car. You know? It ain't nothing. I mean, I do it all the time. The only thing I had to bitch about is the price. And if you're a murderer, the only thing I had to bitch about is shit. I had to hear him holler.
The motherfucker made me take too long.
That's it. Made me take too long. I'm pissed off at the gas pump because it's too high. Same shit. High. Yeah, man. It's crazy people out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Know the best, but expect the worst.
Expect the fucking worst. And like I said, Tim, we talk about being paranoid. You brought the P word up. Knowing, hoping for the best, expecting the worst is pretty much paranoia. Because paranoid people hope that everything all right, but they pretty much expect the shit not to. That's why they're paranoid. Yep,
but you know what? To me, other people might say I'm wrong. It's a certain thing of paranoia and control paranoia.
Yeah.
Because I'm not paranoid when I get high or anything here and I'm at home. I'm not paranoid. I don't like being high in public because I'm watching. It's controlled. I'm not jumping and shit when people move around, but I got my eye on everything. Versus me just being regular, maybe I had a couple of drinks and, I'm looking, but certain shit get by me. What the fuck? But weed just had me while I'm just looking like, what the fuck? Because, especially in public, that's why I don't like being high in public. If I'm high in a controlled environment, I get high as a fucking kite. I don't care. Shit, take me to the moon.
Yeah.
But as long as we out, I'm cool till we get to where we're going to be.
Yeah. Now, if I get high before we go out in public, I'll be okay. But if I go somewhere and get high while we're out in public,
that is a big difference.
I don't never get like stupid high like on the movies where I'm grabbing at fucking clouds in the sky. But that's a difference when you get high once you're out somewhere.
Yeah, it is. Because you will never, I don't know about you, but I know me. If we out somewhere, I like my edibles. But if we out somewhere and then you spark up the blunt, be like, come on, hit it with me. Shit, I'm gonna take some good, decent puffs, but they're gonna be kind of shallow. Because I don't need to get just too out there. We in public. Now we at the crib, oh my nigga. Shit, just let's do it. Like shit.
You're right.
Nigga, yeah, you can goddamn put that shit in the vacuum and shit, just let it blow in my face. But shit, in public, I'm not gonna do that.
Like in Pinky Shop. God damn it.
Hell yeah. Like, nigga, we getting it on, nigga. Like, shit, put that shit in the bag and just inhale. Like,
just inhale.
Yeah. Shit, because shit, I know when I be like, I'm out. But at that time, when I say I'm out, nigga, I'm about 2 seconds from crawling.
That concludes this episode of The Wormhole. Join us next time to see what shit goes in the hole and comes out the other side gold.